Hey, it's Dustin from Parts Doctor. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to replace the drain pump on this Whirlpool dishwasher. These instructions may also apply to models made by KitchenAid, Kenmore, and Maytag. It's super simple. I'll show you step by step, so let's jump right in. The drain pump removes wastewater from the dishwasher's tub at the end of every wash and rinse cycle. If the drain pump is not working, the dishwasher can't expel dirty water and you'll end up with standing water in the bottom of the tub. Over time, the drain pump motor can simply wear out or fail electrically from regular use. It can also get jammed by debris like broken glass, food particles, or other small objects that slip past the filter. An early warning sign of a failing motor may be intermittent draining. This may occur if the pump is overheating, but could operate normally once it cools down. You can try manually draining the tub by pressing cancel and closing the door. If the pump fails, an F9E1 or F9E2 error code should show on the display, indicating a failure to drain or drain motor electrical fault. If you aren't sure that a faulty drain pump is your problem, check out our in-depth video on why a dishwasher may not be draining. If you need to purchase a replacement drain pump for your dishwasher, you can check out our website, partsdoctor.com. We offer fast shipping and only sell manufacturer-approved genuine replacement parts for all major appliance brands. Tools needed for this repair: a 5/16" nut driver or socket, a towel or some paper towels. This video features disconnecting electrical components, so please disconnect your appliance from its power source before beginning. You can access and remove the drain pump with the machine still installed, but for filming purposes, we will have the appliance removed and elevated. To access the drain pump, first remove the tow kick plate access panel. This process can vary on models, but for ours it's a 5/16 hex head fastener. Pull the kick plate access panel and any insulation away and set it aside. While pulling the insulation and sound shield out, be mindful of how and where it was installed. With the kick plate now removed, locate the two release tabs on either end of the drip tray. Press them towards the center of the machine and slowly pull the drip tray forward. Do not remove the drip tray as it is still connected to the dishwasher via the float switch. Pull the drip tray out far enough to be able to see the wired connector on the float switch. Press the release tab and gently pull the connection out of the float switch. Here's a closer look at how the tab releases the connector. Pull the drip tray and float switch out and set them aside. The drain motor is located here and can be removed while the dishwasher is still installed, but for filming purposes, we will flip the appliance to give a better look at the removal process. There's a gray tab on the backside of the pump that holds the drain pump in place and prevents the pump from disconnecting from the machine. To release the drain pump, press the tab to clear the tab stop on the sump assembly while rotating the drain pump. Have some towels or paper towels ready to clean up any water remaining in the pump. Please be careful as the drain pump is still connected by an electrical connector. Remove the connector by first releasing the white locking tab by pressing the two legs of the tab together and sliding it up. Press the small black tab and gently pull the wired connector from the pump. Here's a closer view of how the tab releases. Route the wires out of the restraints on the side of the pump. With the pump removed, now is a great time to be sure that the opening of the sump where the drain pump connects is inspected and cleaned. Check for and remove any debris while looking for cracks, buildup, or damage to the sump opening. If you suspect that your drain hose is clogged or needs to be cleaned out, disconnect the drain hose clip by sliding it off and pulling the hose from the sump. Once disconnected, inspect the drain hose for blockages, buildup, or damage. Once it's clean and free of any debris, reconnect the drain hose and the drain hose clamp. With the pump removed, look for anything caught in the impeller that could stop it from spinning. Then inspect the impeller for damage to the blades. If the blades are broken or worn, they can cause the pump not to operate properly. The blades of the impeller should rotate but should not spin freely. As you spin the impeller, there should be resistance build up and released as the magnets inside the motor spin. Also, inspect the impeller for excessive side-to-side play. It is normal for the impeller to slightly pull in and out. When shopping for a replacement drain pump, avoid cheap, low-quality aftermarket parts. For parts that perform better and last longer, choose OEM genuine parts like the ones that we sell at partsdoctor.com. We'll include a link in the description below. Be sure to search with the full model number from the tag on your appliance to find the exact part. To install the drain pump, route the wires in the wire restraints on the side of the pump. Connect the wired connection to the pump and be sure the tab is locked over the connector. Slide the tab lock down into place. Place the drain pump on the sump opening so the tab will lock when rotated a quarter turn. Be sure the locking tab slides and locks into place on the sump assembly. Reconnect the appliance's power and run a test cycle to check for any leaks. After you've checked for leaks, reinstall the sound shield, insulation, and kick plate, and your dishwasher is now ready to use. Alright, that'll do it for today's video. As always, I'm Dustin with the Parts Doctor. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.